And welcome into game number 5 of the Larry Bishop Memorial Tournament. It is the Calgary Shamrocks and Manitoba Blizzard going head-to-head. Each team coming into the game at 1-0 and with an opportunity to stamp themselves as firm contenders for the final on Monday. The Blizzard beating the Warriors this morning by a score of 17-13 to get that 1-0 mark, and the Shamrocks defeating Red Deer last night 9-6 in overtime. As we get ready here, definite swing game here in the tournament, as the Warriors, and the Outlaws will be looking on very intently as they look there to make their way back into the playoff race for that 1-2 game on Monday afternoon. Got a bit of a delay here. As official Nathaniel Gillespie is going to make his way over to the box. Looks like they're trying to sort out the shot clock as it's counting up, not down. So as we wait for face-off here, the Blizzard come into this game, as we just said, at 1-0 after they defeated the Warriors this morning. Fielding had a hat trick, 4-point night. Gunnar Kluchuk, 2 goals, 4 assists. LaBerge had a pair of goals and a pair of assists as well. While the Shamrocks were paced by Janicek in their game over the Rampage with 3 goals and an assist. Fletcher had a goal and 2 apples, and Anderson had a pair of goals and a couple of assists as well. As we get ready to go here, LaBerge will carry it in for the Blizz. That ball gets moved over to the left side. And that's a strong check there, as a Blizzard player was sent down to the floor. Now the Shamrocks are going to collect. Out in transition. The Shamrocks in on a breakaway. That was sent in high. And it's going to be picked up by Tinley for the Blizz. Now LaBerge is going to be met there by McLean. Shot sent in. That's stopped by Pilsner. As the Shamrocks will gather and make their way for their first 5-on-5 set here. Here's Janicek, as you mentioned, hat trick last night against Red Deer. Ball over on the right side, that's Fletcher. Miller, now over to Che. Ball back up top high. Janicek tried to go underneath his defender, stiff check there. And in desperation, he just sort of sent that into the goaltender, Isabe, and now the Blizzard are going to throw this away. And here they come up floor. That's Gorst. Had a strong game last night against Red Deer. Really noticed him in transition, the captain for the Shamrocks. As the Shamrocks slow this up, and they need a 5th guy out on the floor as Gorst changed. Now with only 5 seconds on the shot clock, it's going to be sent in by Janicek. Couldn't get much on that, and it'll be a Blizzard ball on the shot clock violation. Here are the Blizz. It's Delarond. Ball swung over, back over to the left side. Kluchuk. The shifty left-hander is going to move the ball up high. Ball back over to the righties. That's Schabluk. And that's stopped by Pilsner. They're going to say the Blizz were in the crease, and it'll be Shamrock ball. Here's O'Dwyer for the Shamrocks. He's going to be hit there by a couple of Blizz players, but he got the ball safely back to Dobbin. Now in front. That was Che. He tried a little sub shot. Short side. That went wide. And here come the Blizz. That's Berezowski. And here come the Blizz up on offense. Baniak will start up for the Blizzard. Baniak down the right side. He tried to get that out to the left crease. That got knocked down, and now the Shamrocks 3-on-2. Good stick there by a Blizzard defender. And now the Shamrocks are going to gather the loose ball and try to settle it here. Here's Gorst. A little sloppy here as the ball gets sent down at the feet of McLean, and now it'll be Winnipeg ball. Both teams turning it over here a couple of times in the early going. Here's Kuchuk. That ball's down with Seth Delaron. Ball's sent over. That was Shabia with a crease dive. He gets it past Pilsner. It's 1-0. So Chablik gets the Blizzard on the board. They get that early 1-0 lead here on the Shamrocks. Now off the draw, the ball's going to be grabbed by the Blizzard. Now out in front, that was a chance for LeBears. That goes wide. Now the ball's going to be picked back up by the Blizzard as they go back to work. Ball swung in over to the righties. That was knocked down by a Shamrock. It's going to go into the corner where it's going to be picked back up by White. He lofts that up top to Kluchuk. Kluchuk winds and fires. That's stopped by Pilsner. Now they're going to battle for it. Ball's going to be grabbed back. Or it looked like it was going to be grabbed back by the Blizzard, but it's going to be the Shamrocks now with it. Good press there by LeBears, but lost his stick in the process, and it's going to allow the Shamrocks to regather. Scratches for tonight's game. Out for the Shamrocks, Ryan Polton, Lucas Penny, Wilson Ingalls, Nolan Highcamp, and Zachary Kobzar. Starting goaltender Josh Pilsner. Out for the Blizz, it'll be Andy Angus, Garen Blanchard, Ty Woods, Parker Lee, and Dustin Morden. And it's Isabe in net for the Blizz. Here's Fletcher spinning off a check. And now the Blizzard are going to start out. And they're going to push this in transition. Blizzard on a breakaway. That was Ouellette who lost the ball on his way to the net. But now it's going to bounce back down the floor into a Blizzard stick. And that's Gray. 14:15 to go here. First period. It's the Manitoba Blizzard 1 and the Calgary Shamrocks 0. Both teams at 1-0 here. Now another lost ball here. Seen that a lot in the first 6 minutes of this one. The Shamrocks will come back down into the Manitoba zone. Here's Anderson. Had a pair of goals earlier today. Anderson for the Shamrocks. He's looking for someone. He swings that over to Dobbin. He's going to be met there by a couple of Blizz players. He loses it. Now ball back up top to Janicek, and he just floats that in over the net. So good defense here early on by the Blizzard, really taking away the middle of the floor and collapsing on guys. I think the Shamrocks are going to want to space the floor a little bit more here and try to get their off-ball game going, get those off-ball cutters, because you're not taking it to the net with the ball on the Blizzard right now. Much better defense than I have seen them play. Looking good here early on. Now in tight. That was Delaron, and that got a piece of Pilsner and the bar, it looked like. Ball swung over. Kluchuk winds and fires. He tried to hit that far side. It goes wide. Ball's going to bounce back into the Blizzard zone, and it's going to be Shamrock ball. Now in transition, that was McLean who had the shot. That was a good stop by Isabe. Here's White. as the Blizzard will get their offense out onto the floor. LeBerge, the big lefty, waits for a pick. He swings that over, right side. That's Xander Delaronde with the shot. That's in the equipment of Pilsner. He'll hang on to that, and it'll be Shamrock possession. That was sent in over the head of what looked like Oliver Miller, but the Shamrocks save it. So in the stick of Che on the left side. Now in tight, that was Seth Miller. It was a good stop by Isabay on that far side, about hip high. And here is a Shamrock sniper, Janicek up top. Inside, Che with a good off-ball cut. And as I was just mentioning, the Shamrocks are going to need to space the floor a little bit here and get those off-ball cuts coming in. And you saw that right there. Good look by Che, and it was stopped by Isabay. Now off of the right side. Miller. Down low. Fed in tight. Fletcher. That's another off-ball cut. That's stopped by Isabay. Better offense here by the Shamrocks in this last set. Couple of good chances. Now the ball's in the stick of the Shamrocks off the right side. That was Kleisinger. Now inside. Good cut there by Janicek. And now the Blizz are going to come up with it. So extended possession there. A couple of resets for the Shamrocks. Some good chances as they start to gain some traction offensively. Here are the Blizz. Flucha. He goes down underneath. Good stop there by Pilsner on that short side. And here come the Shamrocks. It's Whitmore. And he'll stop up and wait for some reinforcements out the front gate. Here's Anderson. Right side off of the shooter. Anderson swings it over. Ball now in the far corner. Now it's Janicek cutting to the net. Now it's stopped again by Isabay. As the Blizzard come out. 10:25 to go. First period. It's the Blizzard 1, Shamrocks nothing. In a huge game that's really going to have massive implications on who sets themselves up for that final game on Monday afternoon. Pilsner, another stop there. And here come the Shamrocks. They're going to push this in transition. It's Gorst. Gorst winds and fires. That goes wide on the far side, and the Blizz will pick that up. And send that up floor. Here comes Delaronde. Wide open in front is Chablik. And he's got his second of the game. It's 2-0. So the Blizzard get another one in transition as the Shamrocks left Chablik all alone on the crease. And he capitalized, giving the Blizzard a 2-0 lead. Here comes Janicek down the far half wall. Shamrocks gonna need to get on the board here sooner rather than later. Che. Ball swung over to Miller, and he shot that into the chest of Isabay. Now they're gonna call for, looks like a goaltender timeout, maybe a water. It is indeed a water break. And so with 9:09 to go here in the first period, we will have a little bit of a timeout. With the score, the Manitoba Blizzard 2, the Calgary Shamrocks nothing. We'll go to a bit of a commercial break and be right back here on CROW LAX TV. All right, as we go back here, it's the Blizzard with the ball. Kluchuk tried to hit LeBerge inside, and they're going to say LeBerge stepped in the crease anyway, and it's going to be a Shamrock ball. They got numbers here if they turn up quick enough, but didn't capitalize off it, and now it's going to be Kleisinger circling up top, and he swings that over to the left side. That was Ferrati. Now in front, that looked like Dobbin. One referee says goal, the other says no, and now they're going to wave it off. So, strange sequence of events as there were two referees on top of the crease there. One called it a goal, the other waved it off, and then the other overruled the other one. So we'll come back here with the Blizz taking a shot in on Pilsner. And the Shamrocks will come up floor. It's Gorst. It's already been a force in this game, bringing the ball up in transition. Had a couple of shots at the net as well. Here's the Shamrocks. Janicek. Ball over on the left side. Che tried to hit a cutting Anderson. That missed him, and now Janicek is going to send that one in on the net. Now the ball is going to be picked up by the Blizzard. And here comes Kluchuk. He's going to be met up high by Whitmore. Kluchuk swings that over to Angus. 2-0. Blizzard lead, 7:30 to go here, first period. LeBerge swings that over. And now inside was Baniak. That was stopped. And now a delayed call is going to come up against the Shamrocks. Looks like a cross check. And that'll be served by Eric Johnson. So 7:20 to go here, and the Blizzard already up 2-0. They'll have 2 minutes to work with here on the power play. Kluchuk, Delarond, and Delarond on the shooters. And LeBerge down on the left crease with Baniak on the right crease. And a good stop there by they say no shot. Now the ball is going to be sent wide, and it's going to be Shamrock ball as the 30-second clock expires. Here's Fletcher, far low corner. Little bit of a double comes. Now Fletcher gets up across the top. He's knocked down. Then he sends a shot in. Good stop there by Isabay. And now Fletcher hustles and gets that loose ball. That's a big reset for the Shamrocks. Those are the types of little plays that add up at the end of the game. Often go unnoticed, but that's big. And now a little bit of a grab there. But they don't call it. Ferrati kind of drew what could have been a call. Wasn't. And the ball gets sent up into the ceiling. It'll be Blizzard ball. Kluchuk up top. Seth Delarond on the left shooter. Xander on the right. Ball is flipped back up to Kluchuk. He winds and fires, and that's stopped by Pilsner. And then a healthy hack on the Shamrock. Nothing. And now, good work there by Moen. He almost had a break, but just lost his balance through traffic, and it'll be a reset here for the Blizzard. Ball up top. LeBerge. Delaron. Puchuk. Kick there, set for him, and that was a good stop by Pilsner. Another whack to the legs. Jason Crook not happy. Don't blame him. Here's Che down low. Janicek. And the shot's going to go wide as the 30-second shot clock expires. The Shamrocks do kill that penalty to Johnson, though, and it'll be back to 5-on-5. Angus up to Kluchuk. Kluchuk underneath. Flip pass. And that was a heavy shot by Graham, but that missed, and now it's going to bound back into the Blizzard zone. Now it's missed by Miller. Now a breakaway chance by Kluchuk. As the shot clock was winding down, he maneuvered around his defender Gorst, but ran out of time as he sent the shot wide. Here come the Shamrocks. Fletcher. Right side, Fletcher up across the top. Swings it over to Dobbin. Inside, Janicek. And that looked like it might have got a piece of Isabay, but don't think they got a reset, and it'll be Manitoba ball. 2-0, first period. Blizzard lead with 3:48 to go. Now off the right side. Chablik swings it over. That's a shot. That's stopped by Pilsner from LeBerge. Baniak, Chablik. As he drags that underneath inside, he sent that into the midsection of Pilsner. Now the Shamrocks looking to fast break, but that was knocked out of the stick of, looks like Kleisinger. And the Manitoba Blizzard will come back up floor. Angus swings it over. LeBerge fires that short side on Pilsner, and it's 3-0. So with 2:53 to go here in the first period, Manitoba has gotten out to a 3-0 lead on the Shamrocks as both teams enter into the game looking to go to 2-0. Now a face-off violation on the Shamrocks. It'll be Blizzard ball. Now jumping underneath his check was Kluchuk. The ball got knocked loose. They're going to battle for it. And now the ball's going to be knocked loose. And here are the Shamrocks. Johnson trying to pick it up. Not able to. Now he gets knocked down. And it looks like there's a penalty behind the play. Way behind the play. Coming up to the Blizzard. Waiting to see a number here. It's going to be 2 minutes for holding. And it looks like it's going to be to Cale Graham. So, Shamrocks with their first power play opportunity with just over 2 minutes to go here in the first. Janicek up top with Kleisinger, Miller, Fletcher, and Dick. Now inside. Miller was wide open. Pass didn't get to him. Now ball's picked up by Miller. Off of the left shooter. He tried to go short side, stopped by Isabay. Now they're going to say maybe a crease violation. It'll be Blizzard ball. Real key moment in this game. Shamrocks needing one in the worst of ways. And a little bit of an opportunity for them to maybe get one here on a power play. That over the years has been pretty damn strong. Shamrocks almost always with a strong power play. Ball will be up top here now with Dobbin. Janicek moving. But Janicek actually not even out there right now. Actually, no, he might be down on the right crease. Fletcher. Shot taken by Dobbin. That's stopped by Isabay. And now White's going to come up floor with the ball. He's pressed there by Janicek. Walks around him. He gets it over the restraining line in time. Here's White. Doubled. Into the corner. And that's a big man, White, and he's absorbing a lot of the contact. And he sent that up top. Shot by Delaron. That went high into the glass. And Shamrocks will get last possession here with 30 seconds to go. In the first period, trailing by a field goal. 3-0. Miller. Up top, that's Pleisinger. Hard shot there to the short side. Good stop there by Isabay. Jason Crook yelling for a timeout. He'll be granted it. So with 15.9, Shamrocks will be able to draw something up. Try to get on the board here before the first intermission. A little bit of an out-of-town update for you. After the first period, or at least at last check, it was the Victoria Shamrocks 4 and Coquitlam Adanacs 4 in BC Junior A final action. The winner, or if Coquitlam wins that game, they'll take that series 4-1. And if not, the series goes back to Victoria for Game 6 tomorrow afternoon. And coming up next year on CROW LAX TV, you've got the Edmonton Warriors taking on the Red Deer Rampage. The Warriors head into the game at 1-1 after their loss earlier today against the Blizzard. And the Rampage head into the game at 0-2 after a pair of losses to the Shamrocks and the Outlaws. So it'll be Shamrock ball here with 16 seconds to go in the first period, trailing 3-0. And with Pilsner out, they'll go 6-on-5. Some type of violation. And with only a second left in the period, the Blizzard will just hang on to that. And that'll make the score after 1, the Manitoba Blizzard 3 and the Calgary Shamrocks nothing. We want to thank you for joining us here on CROW LAX TV. With you here all weekend here at the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup. Winner of the tournament going on to the Founders. Being played in Poco, BC, starting on the 14th of August. Just hit that subscribe button, and you'll be notified every time that we go live on the channel. Score from the Ken Nicola Arena in Beaumont after 1. The Manitoba Blizzard 3. The Calgary Shamrocks nothing. We'll be back here with you in just about 9.5 minutes. Good. And welcome back into the Ken Nickel Recreation Center for second period action of game number 5 of the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup. The Calgary Shamrocks trail the Manitoba Blizzard by a score of 3-0. Both teams entering into the game at 1-0, and the winner of this really taking a stranglehold on a spot in the final on Monday. And if you're watching at home, I would expect a much cleaner period of lacrosse. Not in terms of, dirty play or anything like that. Just a lot of unforced turnovers and sort of sloppy play between two teams that typically don't play that way. I would expect a big uptick in the quality of play in the second period. And here's Dick off of the left side. Dick, a little bit of a stutter steps. Swings that over, and that goes into the glass. It's going to be picked up by Kleisinger. Kleisinger winds and fires. That made its way into Isabay, and he'll hold on to that and get a whistle, and it'll be Blizzard ball. These two teams did meet once in the regular season, with the Shamrocks winning a tight one. If memory serves correct, I think it was 12-11. I know it was a one-goal game. Something like that. 12-11. 13-12. 10-9. Something like that. Now the ball is going to go into the far board. It's going to be picked up by the Blizzard. Sent in on net. Stopped by Pilsner. Whitmore is going to navigate his way through a defender and get that up to Gorst, who impresses me more and more every time I watch a Shamrock game. Definitely, in my opinion anyway, their best transition player and defender. And here's Chayin with a shot as he was able to just walk down underneath. And Isabay stops that. And looked like there was a lane there for Grain to go right to the net. Decided to toss that down into the corner instead, and now here's Angus underneath as he steps in the crease, and it'll be Shamrock ball. Johnson in transition for the Shamrocks. Dobbin, very good rookie season for the Axeman alum. Now McLean has a bit of a moving pick set there by Kleisinger. It'll be Manitoba ball. Here's White for the Blizzard. Hands it off to Baniak. Now Kluchuk inside, and he had LeBear's wide open. Pass maybe a little bit behind him, and now the Shamrocks with a breakaway opportunity, and that pass wasn't handled by Whitmore. Now a big loose ball there by Fielding, as a couple of the fans to my right appreciate. And Manitoba will come back up on offense. Here is Baniak up across the top. The ball is swung back over to the right side. Delaronde with a shot. Stopped by Pilsner. And here come the Shamrocks, who really need to start getting some offensive zone time here. A little bit scrambled. They had a stretch in about midway through the first where they started to get their off-ball game going and their spacing corrected, and it's kind of deteriorated a little bit here again in the second period. Here's Miller. Rolls up across the top. That's a good stop. He gets his own loose ball and then lost it right before he could shoot. He was right on the doorstep of Isabay. Now the ball is tossed up and turned back over by the Blizzard. So the turnovers continue here as each team sort of handing the ball back to one another at times here. Off the left side, here's Che. Fletcher. Dangerous right-hander for the Shamrocks. That's stopped by Isabay as Fletcher pulled that to the right side. Shot sitting they really look like they haven't changed since the start of the first period, or since the start of the second period. I think it was 15-14 at the end of the period, and they're still sitting there. So I'm not even going to bother reading those off for you, but Shamrocks with a couple good chances here on this possession. There should have been... No, that ball gets sent into the stick of a Blizzard player, and it's going to be Manitoba ball. Still 3-0 here. Manitoba leads the Shamrocks with 15-15 to go here, second period. Here's LeBerge. Couple of big, thick boys on this Manitoba team. LeBerge, White. Now LeBerge in tight. That was stopped by Pilsner. Ball gets moved up to Johnson. He's going to come into the offensive zone. Now he hops around a defender and sent that wide. Ball's going to be picked up by a Shamrock. Janicek down to Kleisinger. The Shamrocks look to get going again here. Dick inside, and that wasn't caught by Kleisinger. And now here come the Blizzard. White will come in down the right side. White swings that over to LeBerge. LeBerge winds and fires. That goes 5-hole on Pilsner. It's 4-0. And that's one Pilsner will want to have back, as it went right through him. And after the Shamrocks had a couple of opportunities to get on the board, that one feels a little tougher. It's 4-0 Blizzard. With 14-15 to go here, middle frame. Now up high with it is Dobbin. Dobbin underneath his defender out in front, and that's stopped by Isabe, who's been sharp here in this game. Hasn't had a whole lot of quality, but when he has had quality, he looks very sharp. He's moving well across the net and tracking everything, really not having to jump across the net all that much. He's in good position throughout this game. Ball is sent up. And is in the stick of Kluchuk, left side, half wall. Now Angus, pick set there by Baniak. He rolls. That missed him, and Pilsner will get that loose ball and send it up. So one thing Pilsner can really do is throw the ball. And it's just a beautiful sight to watch him throw it up the floor. Good whip on that stick, and it's very accurate. As Dick got his feet tangled, it looked like either with the floor or the defender, survived enough to get the ball away. Now the ball is going to bounce out to center, and White is going to take it. And he gets hit there by Gorst. And now Gorst sends him into the boards and turns it back over. Here's Gorst with it. Gorst all the way around the net. And pretty easily, without question, Gorst, to this point at least, has been the Shamrock MVP of this one. Now out in front, Fletcher. That was stopped by Isabe. Big stop there. Is great effort by Gorst, caused that turnover, and that would have no doubt lifted the Shamrock bench and morale up if Fletcher had been able to bury that. Here's Kluchuk. Underneath, that's stopped by Pilsner. Now, Grahan, that's stopped by Pilsner again. As they continue to shoot low on the big man in net. Now LeBerge with a spin move. Tried to get that down low to the crease. That ball's going to be mishandled by a couple Shamrocks. Now it's picked up by Dobbin, who flips that up. And it's going to be picked up eventually by Page. Now it's turned over. Ouellette in, and Ouellette buries it. It's 5-0. As official Nathaniel Gillespie calls for a bit of a floor wipe. That turnover proves costly for the Shamrocks, as it looked like they had possession and comfortable possession of it, and then it just kind of got mishandled at center and sent the Blizzard back the other way. And Ouellette took advantage, shooting that low past Pilsner. As the goalies come out for water, we'll look to the out-of-town scoreboard, BC Junior A action. It's, of course, the Coquitlam Adanacs taking on the Victoria Shamrocks in game number 5 from the Palace on Poirier in Coquitlam. And it is the Coquitlam Adanacs out now to a 10-5 lead as they look to finish off Victoria and book their tickets into the Minto Cup. Played right here in Edmonton, Alberta in just over 2 weeks. Here's Kluchuk. Kluchuk tried to flip that inside to Fielding. That goes past his stick, and now Kluchuk back with it off of the left side. Kluchuk up top, fires. That gets stopped by Pilsner. Now he lofts that up, and that's going to get grabbed by McLean. As the Shamrocks a bit slow to change here. 5-0, Manitoba, 10:30 to go here, second period. And the time is now for the Shamrocks. If this extends out any further, this one is done. As you can tell, it's going to be difficult for the Shamrocks to start filling the net here. And now it's going to be a loose ball interference on Manitoba, and it'll be Calgary ball. Nice spin move there. Second defender comes over. Good defense there by Baranowski. Now Anderson with it for the Shamrocks. To Che. Che off of that swing pass. Looks for someone. He gets bumped into, and now all he could do was send in a desperate shot, but the ball gets picked back up by Janasek, and it'll be a reset for the Shamrocks. Janasek gets knocked down inside by a Blizzard defender. Now it'll be Blizzard ball as they head north into the Shamrock zone. Ball sent past LeBerge. He'll pick that up off the boards, but now he throws it away into the stick of Gorst. Gorst, transition, breakaway. Gorst in tight. And a big save there by Isabe. They're going to say a slash or a hold. Holding on Angus on that breakaway. So good hustle there by Gorst, even though he doesn't score. Draws the penalty. The Shamrock power play with 9:08 to go here. Second period. And here's a big opportunity to try and turn the tide of this game for the Shamrocks, as we're now over halfway through it. And they find themselves in a 5-goal deficit. In tight, Janasek. And that's a great stop by Isabe as he went to his knees and shut that low far side off. And now, breakaway, Blizzard, and that was stopped by Pilsner. They're going to give the Blizzard the ball back. Wasn't quite sure what they called there. Maybe back in, I don't know. Wasn't really paying attention to the ref. As the Blizzard Delaron off of the left side. He loses that. And it's picked up by the Shamrocks, and that ball gets sent over the head of Anderson. Oh, sorry, that was McLean. But the Shamrocks go get the loose ball, and they'll have about 15 seconds to work with on their power play here. A minute to go in the minor penalty to Angus. They're going to have to hurry here. 5 seconds on the shot clock. As the Blizzard do a good job of jamming the middle of the floor up there. Wasn't anything inside, and they'll head up the floor with 7:50 to go and only 40 seconds to go on the penalty to Angus. Delaron, right side. He'll just hold on to this, as they can kill a large part of this. Delaron shoots that into the stick of Pilsner, and here comes Gorst yet again. He's flying up over center. He'll pull this out and let the Shamrocks have about 15 seconds to work with on this power play. But they got to hurry. You're a little bit slow coming out onto the floor here. They only have about 12 seconds, well, 5 seconds on the power play and 12 seconds on the shot clock. Now the ball's going to go loose into the far boards. And that shot sent in from way out, stopped easily by Isabe, and it'll be Manitoba ball. Here are the Blizzard, transition. Right in tight. That was Gray, who really could have fired that, decided not to, and by the time I think he decided to shoot, he was getting pushed into the crease by a couple of Shamrocks. Now in tight. Good chance there for the Shamrocks. That was Ferrati. But stopped there by Isabe. And it'll be another Manitoba possession. In a quick-moving game here, we're not even at 6 o'clock, and it's only 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Kluchuk. Into LeBerge, and great pass there by Kluchuk. For some reason, both Shamrock defenders ran up towards him, and he just dunked the ball into LeBerge, and LeBerge tried to go far side and missed the net. Another stop there by Isabe, who's played really well here now with the Shamrocks starting to get better quality opportunities. He's done a good job of shutting the door and not letting the Shamrocks gain any sort of momentum as they try to come back here. Shot, sidearm, into the midsection of Isabe, and now they're going to blow it down. Too many men on Manitoba. It'll be Shamrock ball. Here is, looks like Miller off of the left side. That went off a Manitoba defender. It'll be Calgary ball. Fletcher leans into a check. Now he'll come up high with it. He throws that away into the stick of a Blizzard player, and it's a breakaway. Fielding. Tried a little bit of a twister short side. Good stop there by the glove of Pilsner, who at this point is holding the Shamrocks in. And Johnson comes up the floor now for the Shamrocks. Ball up high with Ferrati. Swung over. Janicek down low to Anderson. Anderson, drag move. Anderson, and that goes right into the logo of a Blizzard netminder. And here come the Blizzard up floor. 5-0, Blizzard lead. Second period, 4:15 to go. Here's Angus. Nice little hop around a defender. Kluchuk. Kluchuk swings that over to Angus. Angus having a little bit of trouble with that. The shot clock will expire, and it'll be Shamrock ball. If you're the Shamrocks, I think you want to try and get a couple here before the end of the period. I think if you get within 3, you'd probably start to feel a lot better about yourself. Still have about 4 minutes to do so. And if you get one, usually there'll be opportunities for that second one to come right after as guys start to feel it a little bit and that energy goes through your bench. It's another stick save by Isabe, and they're going to have to start going up high on Isabe. Everything that he's seen down low, he's handled pretty easily. And he is a bit of a shorter goaltender, so the top corners are there. And I think if you're the Shamrocks, you're going to want to start shooting there. Klutchuk up top. Tried to flip that over to LeBerge, and that went into the boards, and LeBerge just flung that at the net, and it went through a little bit of a maze of bodies, and Pilsner was able to grab that. Now Che grabs that with his hand, and instead of running back, he's going to go to the bench, and Blizzard are going to have a 2-on-1. Luckily for him, the Blizzard sort of botched that 2-on-1, but now right out in front, there's Angus, and that hit his stick. Here's White. White. That ball gets over to Fielding, and that was ripped wide. Ball bounces back into the Blizzard zone, and it'll be Shamrock ball off of the shot clock violation. Manitoba Blizzard 5, Calgary Shamrocks nothing. 2:15 to go here, second period. Ball off the left side, Ferrati, Janasek. Fletcher tried to hit a cutter there, and that missed, and it'll be picked up by Dobbin. Dobbin pushed into the corner, he loses it. Now Dick will go grab that loose ball, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Big check there, thrown by Baranowski, and all the Shamrocks can do is throw it into the corner. A little bit of a chuck at the net, and it'll be Blizzard ball. 1:40 to go here, second period. They lead 5-0. LeBerge. Over to Delarond. Ball swung over to Klutchuk. LeBerge swings it to Delarond, and he shoots that in the legs of Pilsner. Stopped. And here come the Shamrocks. Numbers here, 4-on-3. As Anderson tried to fire that, and that looked like it flew out the top of his stick. As the Blizzard will stop up and wait for reinforcements. As we hit the final minute of play here in the second period. Now in tight, Angus, a little bit of a behind the back shot as he was off to the wrong side of the floor. Didn't work out, and here come the Shamrocks. Johnson, wrong side of the floor. He's going to look to dish. Janasek winds and fires. Good stick there by a Blizzard defender. Disrupted that. That looked like Baranowski, who's had a strong game defensively. Actually, that was Hofer. Good defensive transition work by him. Now Fielding. Out in front, and Chabiak had his shot soaked. Now the ball is going to go all the way down into the Blizzard zone, and with about 6 seconds left, Shamrocks are going to get a late look here. Out in front, oh, they tried to hit the backdoor quick stick, was picked off. And after 2 periods of play, the score will be the Manitoba Blizzard 5. The Calgary Shamrocks, nothing. We want to thank you for joining us here on CROW LAX TV, with you all weekend long here, covering the Larry Bishop Memorial from Ken Nickel Arena in Beaumont. It is the final weekend of the playoffs as the winner of this tournament is crowned RMLL champions and sent off to the Founders Cup in Poco, BC, starting on August 14th. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, and you'll be notified every time we go live. Again, score here from Ken Nickel Rec. The Manitoba Blizzard 5, the Calgary Shamrocks nothing, and we'll be right back here with you on CROW LAX TV for third period action in just about 9 minutes' time. And welcome back into the Ken Nickel Rec Center, where the ref looks like he wants to draw the ball, but the clock isn't even set yet. And Nathaniel Gillespie, another official, wasn't even on the floor. And yeah, I don't know what the rush was there. So they're going to say Shamrock ball. The ref in the box is signaling you should be drawing it. They should be redrawing it. And they'll just blow it in, I guess, and be Shamrock ball. I don't know what the heck that was. I'm sorry, I got nothing for you at home. The ball is going to be picked back up by the Shamrocks as they get a reset. First 5 minutes of this period are massive. Shamrocks are going to need to go on a quick 2 or 3 goal run if they want to get back into this, and it's probably going to happen inside the first, 7, 8 minutes of the period. Ball is down low. And a couple of Shamrocks were cutting, and they looked like they ran into each other. Ball sent out in front, and that was sent wide, as the shot clock's going to expire on the Shamrocks. And here come the Blizzard. It'd be Grant for Manitoba. He gets it to Angus. Angus down low to Chablik, who swings it over to Kluchuk. He comes across the top, and he gets it over to Angus. Angus flips it inside to Kluchuk, just over his head. Now Kluchuk takes a no-looker and into the stick of Pilsner. I think it goes without saying, if you're the Shamrocks, the Blizzard cannot get the next goal. You got to go on a little bit of a run here right away. Janicek swings it over. Shot as that bounces up into the top corner. Miller pulled that back to the short side. It's 5-1. And boy, oh boy, did the Shamrocks need that. So 5-1 here with 18:31 to go here in the third period. It looks like they're updating the shots maybe after the end of each period, because the shots read 31-26 for the Shamrocks at this moment. Now the pass is picked off. It's going to be a Blizzard breakaway. Fielding had one already, and now a big stop by Pilsner as the big man is keeping the Shamrocks in this game. That's a huge stop. Can't stress that enough, especially right after a Shamrock goal. As Fielding does good work there to go grab the loose ball. And he'll settle it down for Manitoba. Now up with Isabe, left side. Out in front, LeBerge wide open. That bounces in behind the net. Now it's picked up out of the crease by LeBerge, and it will be Shamrock ball. And we want to remind you, coming up next here from Ken Nickel Arena, it'll be the 0-2 Rampage and the 1-1 Edmonton Warriors going at it in a game that both will desperately need to keep their final hopes alive. The loser probably cooked. Now, down in the near corner, out in front, that's Che, and that's squeezed off by Isabe. Ball's grabbed by Wiley. And he'll hand off to the ever-dangerous Kluchuk, who skips by Gorst. Gorst sends him to the floor. Delarond swings it back over to Kluchuk. Kluchuk loves to go underneath. He drags it down there and fires it. Gets the reset off of Pilsner. Now, ball is they tried to swing it over to Gray, and it was behind him a bit. Maybe he missed it, and then it went off the boards, and he missed it again, and Pilsner was able to grab it. And here are the Shamrocks. Ferrati A sick last name. I always think of Ferrari. Shout out to him, and as the ball gets sent wide by the Shamrocks. And now it's picked up by Fletcher. No reset, and it'll be Blizzard ball. 16:10 to go, third period. As the only two undefeated teams left go at it here from Ken Nickel Arena. And again, the winner of this is almost certainly going to be playing on Monday in the final. Shot taken. And that almost got through Pilsner. Able to fight that off. And now breakaway as McLean had an opportunity and he sent that wide. Now they're going to say he was over the cylinder of the crease and it'll be Manitoba ball. Don't know about that one. As McLean didn't know about it either. Kluchuk. And he's harassed there by a Shamrock defender. It was Page, and he sort of fought through it, got a shot off, and now the ball's going to go loose into the far wall. Interference call on the Blizzard, and it'll be a Shamrock ball. 15 to go. Third period, Blizzard winning by a count of 5-1. Here are the Shamrocks. Che gets it over to the far side. Pick set there by Janasek. Miller over to Dick. Dick swings it over back to the right side. Janasek. A little bit of a drag move, threw that into the midsection of Isabay. Here come the Blizzard. Transition. That's Hofer. He'll hand off to Grahan. Grahan down the wall. Up top to LeBerge. LeBerge. Ball gets tossed over and is mishandled, and now the Shamrocks will come up floor. That's Seaborn. Seaborn into the near corner. Rolls back. Could have gone to the net there, as his defender sort of opened the gate for him. Didn't, though, and now Dobbin with a little bit of a roll to the net. They say he stepped in the crease after the shot. Now a 2-on-1 for the Blizzard. The Shamrocks sort of fell asleep there. Now it gets turned back over, and with 13:54 to go, it'll be Shamrock ball. They trail the Blizzard by a count of 5-1. Janasek inside. Flip to a wide open Fletcher, and he tried to tuck that short side and just missed. Now another pull shot to the short side. Up high. That gets blocked. And now Fletcher. As the ball goes over to the Blizzard on the shot clock violation. And the time is now, if you're the Shamrocks, as we start to dip underneath 13 minutes. The run has to probably happen within the next 5. Otherwise, it's just going to be too late. Up high. Ball is with Delarond, who shot that wide. Ball back up top with Delarond, and with the shot clock winding down, he throws that off the foot of Pilsner. It's a big loose ball there by Kleisinger, but then he throws it behind McLean up floor, and Manitoba is going to get possession yet again. As their bench yells, slow it down. Kluchuk, who's done a very good job of directing traffic in this one, has been a good feeder for the Blizzard. As that was Baniak inside. Good stop there by Pilsner. Here come the Shamrocks. And again, they throw it away. But now they pick it back up out of the corner. And that was Moen, who went low on Isabay, and it was stopped by the netminder. Anderson tried to go low again. That goes wide. Off the floor, Moen. off of the shoulder of Isabay. Shamrocks got a reset, but they're going to have to hound this loose ball. Dobbin takes a Blizzard player into the corner, and then out off of the loose ball was Che. And I don't know if Isabay got a piece of that or not, but it'll be Blizzard ball out over center. Here's Angus. A little bit of a hidden ball trick. The ball is with LeBerge up high. Don't know. Now the Shamrocks know where it is. Angus. Angus up across the top. He rips that into the midsection of Pilsner. They throw it away again. I gotta tell you, if you're watching at home, I have never seen the Shamrocks play like this. Now Manitoba returns the favor as they turn it over. And McLean will smartly stop up here and wait for some bodies to get out onto the floor. Ferrati up top. Ferrati swings it to the half wall. Dobbin, a little bit of a hop step. Underneath Dobbin, out across the net. Out in front of the net. And that got stopped by Isabay. And now the Blizzard are going to push in transition. That was Hofer for the Blizzard getting the ball off the floor. Kluchuk. Kluchuk. Drag move. Goes underneath again. Spins back. Out in front. And that fell out of the stick of Green, it looked like, and it'll be Shamrock ball as they mishandle it again. And now it's going to be grabbed by Seaborn. And here comes Gorst in transition. Gorst. Up across the top. Then the rebound's collected by Anderson. And he makes bank there. It's 5-2. Shamrocks definitely not out of this. And now O'Dwyer in transition. Off the face-off. He threw that low into Isabay. And now good pressure here by the Shamrocks. They turn it over. And get possession back. This is a huge little stretch here. As if they can get this to within 2, they're officially back. Now a Shamrocks cleaned out in front of the net. No call forthcoming. The Shamrocks fans not happy about that. I don't blame them. And now they're going to call a moving pick on the Shamrocks. Sometimes you just have no words. And right now is one of those times. Here's Baniak. Kluchuk. Kluchuk, drag move, fires that. That was soaked. The ball's going to bound back into the Manitoba zone. And it's going to be picked back up and thrown back down floor. Into the equipment of Pilsner. But the Shamrocks will grab that loose ball and head back up floor. Off the wrong side of the floor. They force that. And it's going to be Manitoba ball yet again. Now, Manitoba struggles to get the ball away from the bench. They manage to get it over to LeBerge eventually. And with 8 minutes to go, it's going to be Manitoba ball. They lead a 5-2. Now off of the left side, LeBerge had to just roll that in to Pilsner as the shot clock expired, and here come the Shamrocks, 3-on-2. Gorst up top with it. Gorst winds and fires, and that went way over the net into the glass. Here comes the Blizz. Here's Angus. Half wall, right side. Angus. Delaron shoots that into the stick of Pilsner. And here come the Shamrocks. As Moen gets up over center. And now he has some room as Manitoba decides to change. And now the ball comes out in front. Moen picks up the loose ball and goes up over top of Isabay. It's 5-3. And the Shamrocks starting to do what I was saying earlier, shoot up high on Isabay. As there's room up there. He's a smaller in stature goaltender and does a good job of getting low and shutting off the lower part of the net. But he's a vulnerable up high. Shamrocks score there. It's 5-3. So now with 6:56 to go here in the second period, the Shamrocks have narrowed this to a 2-goal deficit. It's Manitoba 5, Calgary 3. And off the draw, it'll be the Shamrocks with it. Ball swung over right side. Off the half wall. Kleisinger looking, surveying. Ball sent into the corner. A little bit of a swim move there. Anderson tried to make his way out in front of the net, and then he just flipped it to nobody, and the Manitoba Blizzard will come back out over center. And just clinching their spot in the Minto Cup were the Coquitlam as they defeated the Victoria Shamrocks by a score of 14-7 at home this afternoon, and they win the BCJLL. Congrats to them. The Coquitlam will be your BC representative as they win the BC Junior A final by a count of 4-1. And they return to the Minto Cup for the first time since 2019. And that seems a lot longer than it is because, of course, there were no Minto Cups in 2020 and 2021. So it was really just last year that they didn't attend the Minto. Congrats to the Junior Adnex as they will represent BC right here in Edmonton starting in mid-August. Now the ball gets sent up floor, and with 5.5 to go, it'll be Shamrock ball. Fletcher with it. Half wall. Gets the ball up top to Ferrati. Over to Dick. He's met there by a good check. Here's Fletcher. Swings it over. Mishandled by Ferrati, and it'll be a shot clock violation. So 5:10 to go. Your score will be Manitoba 5, Shamrocks 3. They've updated the shots to being 42-36 Shamrocks at the moment. Ball swung over to Kluchuk. Kluchuk winds and fires. That gets sent well wide. Now the ball back out over center. Angus will just throw that up floor. And Kluchuk wound and fired that at net. Went wide, and it'll be Shamrock ball. They're right in this game. Blizzard, of course, playing their second of the day after they defeated the Warriors this morning, 17-13. This is the first Shamrock game of the day. Now McLean got the loose ball after a Shamrock was wide open in front. The ball missed him and found McLean on the far side of the floor. And he missed the net. And then the Blizzard came back with an opportunity in transition, and there was another errant pass. And now here's Moen in transition. Stopped, I think, by Isabay. Now that was stopped by Isabay. Ball goes into the corner, and Moen will come away with it. Throws it into the feet of Janicek, and Janicek will go collect that. 3:45 to go. Fletcher. Good D there by the Blizzard. That was Ouellet. Here's Ferrati. Good defense there by the Blizzard. He's got to move the ball, though. Hanging on to it for a long time here. And be a shot clock violation. And it'll be Blizzard ball. Here's Angus. Dangerous in one-on-one situations. Now across the top, LeBerge. Delaron fakes the underhand shot. Swings it over. And now the ball's going to go loose. Shot clock violation. We've seen a lot of those here today. And now Seaborn ducks underneath a check. And he shoots that off the wrong side of the floor. But now the Shamrocks will get the loose ball with about 20 seconds on the shot clock. Swim move. Gorst into the middle. Taking on two Blizz defenders. And then he almost tucked that in. Back to the side he came from. Now the ball goes loose. They get the reset. They got the reset, but the shot clock didn't go. And the Shamrocks dropped the ball and gave possession back to the Blizzard. And here come the Blizzard into the offensive zone. 2 minutes to go here. They hold a 5-3 lead. Now ball gets picked up by Johnson. And here come the Shamrocks. Now, Shamrock fights through traffic. That's Moen. Good work by him. And Janicek has it now. Here's Dobbin. Dobbin goes into traffic. He'll spin out. Now inside Fletcher. Good stop there by Isabay. Loose ball. Moen. A little bit of a turnaround shot. A no-looker. It goes through Isabay and it's 5-4. So a no-look, sort of behind-the-back shovel shot by Moen gives the Shamrocks real life here in this game. On their 47th shot, they get their fourth goal. And it's now a 5-4 Manitoba lead with 1:27 to go. Huge goal there by the Shamrocks off of a broken play. Could bet you probably see Pilsner leave the net on the next Shamrocks offensive possession. At least if it's not right away here. Now off the draw. It's going to be one. And Johnson will gather it. You can see Pilsner looking at the bench here. He's not going to come. He's looking, and I don't think he's coming. And they'll go 5-on-5. Inside, oh, Dobbin was wide open. Ball was behind him. Now it's picked back up. Shot taken. That's soaked by a Blizzard stick. And now here they come up floor. 2-on-1. They pull it out. And they look like they'll probably be content to just hold this ball. Maybe a little bit surprising here is you can get a shot here and get a reset and basically just wipe the rest of this game out. If you're up 2, this makes sense. Up 1, I would be looking to get a quality shot. They're not going to get a quality shot, though. And the ball is going to turn over. And with 26.8 seconds left, the Shamrocks, as you can bet, will take their time out, try to draw something up, and they'll look to try to send this one to overtime. You're watching the Junior B Provincials here from Ken Nickel Arena. We'll be right back here with you after this quick timeout. We'll take a quick commercial break and be right back. So off of the timeout, the Shamrocks down by a score of 5-4. They'll go 6-on-5. Pilsner out of the net. As you see, Manitoba playing this really high. Their two top defenders are up high as the Shamrocks send a player into the middle. Shot taken, stopped by Isabe. Loose ball, Fletcher. Janicek winds and fires from well out. Loose ball, rebound, picked up, and they're going to say the Shamrocks went through the crease, and it'll be timeout Manitoba with 10.5 seconds left. And so Manitoba will look to drain the rest of this game, put out as many of their better ball carriers and maybe faster players as they can, and try to evade what will surely be a Shamrock double right off of the whistle. This is smart. They'll start in the crease. They can waste 5 seconds before even having to leave. Oh, and it's thrown into the stick of Gorst. Gorst, 3 seconds left. Shot right in front. Miller. Then he looks like he hit the crossbar. And the Blizzard are going to survive. What in the hell was that? The Shamrocks with a golden opportunity as the ball was fired into Gorst's stick. And they transitioned right in on net. And Miller, right on top of the net on Isabe, did the right thing, tried to go up over top of him, and I think he hit iron. And the Blizzard will survive as they win this one by a count of 5-4. The Blizzard go to 2-0. The Shamrocks fall to 1-1, setting up what will be basically, in a lot of ways, the final tomorrow afternoon, depending on what happens in other games. But that game tomorrow between the Shamrocks and the Warriors is going to be massive, because I don't know how many people realize this, but if the Blizzard are in the final, which it looks like they will be, whoever gets into the final with them is going to be the Alberta representative at the Founders Cup. So that sets up a wild game tomorrow, but for now we'll leave you with a 5-4 final. It is the Blizzard defeating the Shamrocks here from Ken Nickel Arena. We want to thank you for joining us here on CROW LAX TV. Make sure you come right back with us for the 8 o'clock game. It'll be the 0-2 Red Deer Rampage and the 1-1 Edmonton Warriors. We hope you're enjoying free lacrosse action here on the channel. Hit subscribe, and we'll be right back with you here in about an hour and 15 minutes. See you then.